You know, it's amazing. It's amazing sitting here thinking that this many years past, this many years on, still making records that mean something, hopefully, to people. Not just doing it just to do it. But this is our 10th record, I believe, and the record's called Burning Lights, and I love the title. There's an opening of the little music section of the opening record called Burning Lights, and then towards the very end of the record, they'll hear the lyric Burning Lights kind of come through in one of the songs, kind of hidden in there. This record has been it's definitely taken me more work than any other album I've ever done. It's probably spent almost a year on this album. I usually spend like 2 months. I think it took longer because one, we had a luxury of time where Jason and I, he produced this record, Jason Ingram, we just sat down from the start and said, however long it takes and whatever it takes to get this record done, we're going to do it. And little did we know that we'd really have to mean those words, because we're like, okay, you know, at the end of the day, we're like, okay, we got this. It's still not exactly right to me. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Then a song like Whom Shall I Fear comes along, and we're like, okay, all right, we're gonna have to do everything over again. Okay, we're gonna put this on. And, you know, it's still, so I think it's just taking a moment of like, let's make the best record we can make at this moment. Let's not just come in because it's the year to make a record. I never want to do that. I feel it's a very important responsibility that God's given me to write songs for His church, to write songs that give people a voice to worship God, and I take that very seriously. So I'm not just throwing a bunch of songs together to make a new record, and hopefully just ride on the wind of what I've done in the past. But I want it to be the very best thing that I've ever done every time, and so I think this time I just put everything, all my guts into it, and so the songs on there are definitely, you know, for the church. Some of them find their way into the more, you know, maybe the more aggressive churches. Some of them, there's songs on there that find their way into any church that's meeting, and I've always tried to write songs that can cross any kind of culture, you know, and cross any kind of age group, and it's just been a prayer of mine. God, would you use these songs in a way that could find its way to someone who is 60 or 16. And how does that, I don't know how that happens, but somehow every once in a while there's a song that does find its way across the generations and across the cultures. There's a few songs from Passion that from the people recognize if they have White Flag. We put a few of those songs on there: White Flag, Jesus Son of God, Lay Me Down. And then there's about 8, 9 other new songs after that. And so just really, really excited for people to hear this record and everything that it's about. So the record Burning Lights, it's coming out January the 8th. And we're excited about that. It's going to be coming after the Passion Conference this year in Atlanta. And hopefully January 8th. I mean, it was November, and we just blew that. But January 8th, and then we're going to be going on a tour called Burning Lights starting February, and towards the end of February for the whole spring and for the whole 2013 probably.